Hi everyone, today is Wednesday, October 13th. Today I have my favorite lady, Psychic Brandy. We have been chatting with her on my YouTube channel for the past few weeks, and my group has been loving her. Like they cannot have enough of Brandy. So today we asked Brandy to come back to do a couple of reading on cryptocurrency in some very important topics such as Bitcoin, XRP, when will XRP case will settle. And probably at the end, when we have time, we'll talk a little bit about the Bitcoin Black, when it will launch, and what's going on with that. So how are you, Brandy?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Very well. So I don't know if you have a chance to tune in about Bitcoin, like the performance of the end of the year and early next year.
Yeah, a little bit. So this one, I think we might need to go back and forth a bit on. So what they've given me in regards to a couple specific questions that you had sent me is Bitcoin Black, not Bitcoin Black, I'm so sorry, Bitcoin, so many coins, Bitcoin,
Yes.
End of December. The question was around if it could rebound in the second half of this December. So yes, but part of your question also was to do, would it be a similar, I think you meant like similar amount to how it was back in 2013 and 2017? Like, would it rebound to that level? No. So yes, it will come back up, but not to that level. Not it. That's what the guides gave me. No, but rebound, yes, but not like past years. Along with this, yes, in March 2022, it will perform better than November and December of 2021. So it's still going to go up very slowly, but I see it doing better next year.
Yay.
Yeah. So I don't, yeah, I'll let you ask more questions around because that's kind of what they had given me.
Yes, the reason that my member asked you this question because there has been a lot of predictions, and it's right now it's sort of like it's not a mixed bag, but like there's a group of psychics predicting this way and a psychic predicting another way. So my member is trying to figure out, which the consensus and who should they listen to.
Fair.
So people asking the price prediction, like, if at the end of December, the price will be higher or lower than March, because they want to know, should they cash out a lot in December, or should they wait until March? That is the reasons.
That's totally fair. I don't know if this helps, but for this coin, they're showing me the number 8. And all I hear is wait for 8. So I don't know what it's sitting at right now. I don't know where the 8 is coming from. They're showing me it would be a part of the price.
So right now, Bitcoin is at $57,000. I'm rounding it off.
Okay. No, I'll go much higher next year. Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, it's more of a, if you can hold off, hold off. I apologize if you hear any weird sounds in the background behind me. Those are just my dogs snoring. Most people are getting used to this. My apologies though.
Oh, no problem. It didn't come through. It's fine.
They're also showing it like it's really weird. There's something around Bitcoin. They're comparing it to playing a game of pool. And they keep the 8 ball. I think the 8 ball is the last one that you have to sink in, right?
Unfortunately, I'm not a right person to play.
Yeah, no, hopefully one of your members can help in the comments later, but that's how they're showing it. It's like somebody's playing pool, they've got the last ball, and you have to call which hole you're going to expect that ball to go to, and to win the game, you have to have it go in the right hole. So they're talking about a corner pocket, a pool game, and right now somebody is preventing it from going into the corner pocket. Like there's another person playing and they've literally put their hand in front of the hole. So even though the other person's like, it looks like it's going to go in, but that second person's blocking it at the moment. So I don't know what all that means. Hopefully somebody else can decode this, but this is what they're giving me at this point in time. Yeah.
So Bitcoin is all about the price. You know, people want to sell at a really high price. Right now, $57,000 is not that high. So on social media, we talk about Twitter and YouTube, people predict like $200,000 or over price predictions, and some people predict a little lower. So when your spirit guide said that someone is putting the in front of the pocket, preventing from the ball to going in, which means that whoever is controlling the market or manipulating the market, they preventing the price to shoot up to a higher price. So that's my interpretation of what your guys trying to say.
Yeah, no, that fits. There is something about 8, then they're showing me 80. So you said it's at 57,000 right now?
Yes.
Yeah, I see it going up to like 80.
80 for this year or 80 for next year?
Next year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's too quick for this year. Somebody still, because even as you were trying to interpret the game of pool, which I appreciate, they gave me another image, and it's literally like a jar of something that has a lid on it, and the lid's not off yet. So whatever is going on with Bitcoin, there will be like a release, there will be a shoot up for this coin, but the brakes are put on right now. I don't know why, but it's being prevented at the moment. So this is not if the question that your group has, is it better to hold on to this for next year or sell now? Unless they have to, I would say hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people will be really disappointed if Bitcoin doesn't get to like 80 or 100,000 this year? Because on Twitter, there's a lot of influencer.
Yep.
They have already predicted like a year ago or 6 months ago, or they've been predicting all along, 100,000 this year, 100,000 this year, or some people predict a little higher. My spirit guide provided me a bunch of prediction. They told me 72,000. They told me 86,000, and some other really high price prediction. I think the over $100,000 is next year, but I feel that we might maybe see 72,000. I don't know. I hope, but I have no idea.
For this year, yes, it's possible. You could see the number 7 in like the 70s. Because they, even as you were talking, they showed me the number 7 on a remote. So I'm not saying it can't go up. It's just, it's not going to go up as the highest will not be in 2021. And even as I talk about that, they showed me yet another image with Bitcoin, and it's a little aggressive, but they show me somebody, how to explain this? They showed me somebody like their hands are tied behind their back. So again, I take this as like it, I don't know what it is. Something's being held back, not released. Things are under wraps. Like this is just, it's not its high time.
Yeah. So in this market, there's a lot of people behind the scene. They manipulate the market. They control the markets. They have connections, or I don't know. like it could be a group of people, could be a corporation, could be government, could be anything. I have never asked my spirit guide. Maybe some psychic can tune in to see who manipulate the market. But they determine, you know, when will go up and when will go down, thing like that. So when you said that, you know, the hand is tied and thing like that, so it fit perfectly because this market being manipulated by either, I think, a group of people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's, with my guides, they will give me images, but I will not ask specifics around who or what could be manipulating it, because that's not my area. My area is more the general themes. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, yeah.
That's good to know. That's good to know that you this information is very helpful, because in general, people think that if a psychic see A, they can see like B, C, D, F, and everything else. So I really appreciate that you sharing this piece of information, what your spirit guide can see or provide and what they don't provide, and sort of like expertise.
Yeah.
So your clients can have certain expectation, including my members.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah, please. Yes.
So then I don't know if you can answer these questions. So around maybe early November or mid-November, there's a lot of people are planning to take some profits, you know, just take partial profits. And if the market go down, either November, December, they don't lose all the profits. So can you ask your spirit guide, like what either month or day is the top, not a top, but like it's a good day for people to take partial profit. This profit is like for smaller coin, not the Bitcoin. Smaller coin would be like the we call them altcoin. Let me see. I don't know if you know. Let me see. Like Theta is altcoin, XRP is altcoin, alternative coin. We call them.
No, oh, so they just keep giving me dates November 2nd and 3rd. They're yelling at me November 2nd. Keep in mind, I'm in Canada. So for Canada, it would be November 2nd.
Oh,
people who are on the opposite side of the world with time zones, it would be more like November 3rd for them.
Oh, that's awesome. So only
sorry, the other thing they're saying is no more than 50%. So whatever, if people decide to take profit, unless they're like I'm just talking general terms, like there might be certain coins that this does not apply to, but in general terms for the alternative coins, November 2nd/3rd. But if it's just to take a partial profit, I wouldn't take out more than 50% of what you have in there.
Yeah, I think that's very good advice from your spirit guide. I think they're very on point.
Yeah.
Because because the market is going higher next year. So taking partial profit and not more than 50% is, I think, very wise advice from them. So besides November 2nd and 3rd, is that the only days in November that people can like take profit? Or because some people sort of like they busy and they don't have time to cash out that day, so they want to know, is there an alternative day that I can cash out? That's the reason I'm asking.
Yeah, totally fair. Okay, I'm just asking them to show me some other things. So yes, there will be a day 2 that they can pull out. It would be later in November. Seriously, I keep asking if they'll give me another date and they just keep repeating November 17th. And as I said it, they showed me another number with a 7 at the end. So they're finding ways to confirm it to me. I'm just wanting to make sure that I have asked the right question. What are they talking? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just going to ask because they're bringing something up. Is there a coin that you're aware of that has something to do with like a bully? Ah, they're showing like a guard dog, but like, but like it's a dog that's standing. Like it's like a cartoon muscle dog. What are they talking about? I don't know what they're talking about. We can come back to that. That's just random and weird.
Oh, they talk about dog because in this space right now we have a lot of project called meme coin, and
Ah,
a bunch
okay.
of those projects, they use the avatar as dog, a puppy, and things like that. So there's a lot of them. I don't know the name of this project. Maybe my members and the YouTube audience will know. I don't know every meme coin because meme coin projects, the avatar of it, there's a lot, and easily more than 10 different type of dogs meme coins. So
Totally fair.
yeah.
All I'll say for that, like, I'm sorry to whomever has this or if they know what I'm talking about, but if there's a meme picture of what looks to be a cartoon muscle dog with his arms crossed, that is literally what they're showing me. Something important for that coin on November 11th.
Is that a positive day or like price go down, go up? Anything else that you can elaborate on that?
No, price will go down. It's going to rain.
Oh God, a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for
Yeah.
that tips, Spirit Guy.
The project might not be doing so well. They're literally, I'm really sorry. They're showing me people standing at a graveyard.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's raining.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully this video, when we release it, people can, make certain decisions and maybe they can like sell some before it drops dramatically in November.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to do a shout out on that one. So there you go.
Awesome. Thank you for the tips.
Yep.
So then, yes, that's all I have
Yep.
for Bitcoin.
Perfect. Okay, so then the next one looks like it was TFUEL.
Yes.
All right. So they were pretty quick with TFUEL. In regards to the question, will it reach $3 by the end of October 2021? Very quickly, no. What I got was look out, wait for or watch for November. And they gave me the November 7th is important for TFUEL. And then they show me a big whoosh is the sound that I get, a big whoosh, and a big fire is ablaze. So not bad. It's like people have waited for this fire to be a big ablaze. They're comparing it to like a pep rally and somebody's lit the fire and you're waiting for the big fire so everybody can cheer. That's what I mean by a big fire for November 7th.
Oh, that's awesome. There's a huge community who are really loving TFUEL, giving them a lot of profits and all sort of rewards. So yeah, my group has been loading up on TFUEL based on your prediction from the last video. If I remember correctly, you said that TFUEL go from like $1 to $7. I think like $1. Let me see, $1. No, $3. Go to $3 and then $1, back down to $1 and $7, and then $7.
Yeah, because they're repeating. Because I have them showing me it's going to jump by 4 numbers. So if it goes to 3, down to 1, back to 3, then to 7, like it's going to jump pretty quick. So there's definitely a lot of they compare TFUEL to an actual rewards program.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
TFUEL does right now. They have reward programs. They give you free coins.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see. It's interesting though, because they're like when I say they're comparing it to a rewards program, I mean like an actual rewards program. So what are they doing here? Hang on. There's something behind. Okay, I'm just giving what I'm getting, so I don't know what they're talking about. But what I hear is there is a bit of a gimmick with TFUEL, and what they're talking about with the rewards program. It's like, I don't know if you're familiar with like shoppers optimum points or like
Yes.
air miles, stuff
Yes.
like that, right? Like you have to reach a certain number before you can claim the rewards. So I don't know what TFUEL is doing or how this works, but that's what they're showing me is yes, there's rewards to it and yes, there's profits to it, but you have to reach a level before you actually get the full reward.
So right now I'm not participating in the TFUEL rewarding program. So right now the requirement is that I think you need like about 10,000 TFUEL in order to participate in the program reward program.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's very much like, just as an example, if you had say 999 points,
yes.
You don't really get a reward. But if you have the 1,000 points, then you get the reward. So what I'm trying to understand is to take your profit, it's whatever it is, it's like you almost need to leave your money in there long enough to reach past that marker. So, don't take out when you see you're only at the 999 points. You'd want to be just over the 1,000 points and then take your profit. Does that make sense? Like it's really weird. I don't know what they're talking about exactly, but
my group and the audience will know because whoever participates
yeah.
in the TFUEL program right now, they know exactly what you're talking about because there's requirements. Would they reward programs?
Basically, it's from what I'm getting from it, anybody that's got TFUEL, if you're kind of sitting at a line or a base of something, you're better to have what am I trying to say? You're better to it's okay, it's like okay, hang on. They're giving me something else to compare it to. You know those old school prepaid Visa cards?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So it's like you're better off basically spending say $99 and lose $1 than have to pay out extra, which is kind of opposite to the rewards thing. But what are they doing? They keep hopping around and I can't get them to hold on. TFUEL is an interesting one. All I can really concretely say with the rewards program is there's something about making sure you have enough in there so when you take your money out, you get the full rewards that's attached to it. So it's like reading a fine print in it.
Oh yeah, I think there's plenty of information for the audience. So
oh god, I hope so. That was painful.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. So let me try. I got some vision about TFUEL that I can share with the audience.
Yeah, sure.
So they showed me a couple of vision about TFUEL already. So they show me that right now TFUEL is like going sideways, like wiggling, and then shoot up. Let me see. Too bad I cannot draw, and you can see that. So anyway, there's a term called parabolic. It go shoot up like a curve, and then a couple days ago, they said that Italy plus TFUEL. So I don't know how Italy will play a role with TFUEL. Maybe TFUEL will be popular in Italy or whatever, but they showed that. And then they said that TFUEL is the one to keep. They also provide me some price prediction for TFUEL for the long term. They said $10, and this is not an all-time high price. So that's all I can provide. This is like my recent vision that I got from my spirit guide that I share with my patrons and Discord group. I haven't shared this on YouTube yet because I think the information is a bit too mature, premature. So TFUEL will be actually doing really well. So your spirit guide right on point.
Okay. The only other thing, thank you for that. The only other thing, I don't know what this has to do with in terms of TFUEL, but they're being funny. They're comparing it to Wolverine, but specifically I'm sorry to anybody who's really into Wolverine. All I can think of is the word claws or knives. I know that's not what it is, but the sharp things that come out of his hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're showing, but they're showing 1, 2, 3. So I don't know what that image is about, and I'm sorry that I don't know what those sharp knife looking things from his hand are called. But there's something with that with TFUEL. It's something about it. At some point it will be clawed back. Not for a very long time, but there will be some form of clawback on it. Somebody's going to come in and put new rules around it.
Maybe it could be the reward program.
Could be. I don't see that happening. I hear like negotiation talks. That's not happening until later of next year, even into 2023. So pretty much TFUEL is looking good through now and through 2022 at this point in time.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's like really good outlook for them.
Okay, so TFUEL done, I think.
Yeah.
So then on to XRP.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're really funny with this one. I don't know what's happening with XRP. They don't give me a lot around it. It's usually a lot of dark blank screen. They tell me wax on, wax off. And when I ask what's that about, they go ha ha ha. So super helpful. February would look better. They will not give a specific price. When I asked about it, they had me write out the number 4 and then draw 3 dots, the number 5, and then 3 dots. So I was wondering if I could maybe get your help a little bit around this one. If you know what the price is at or what others are projecting, then maybe my guides will share something.
Yes, right now the price is $1.11, and the price I got as high as $1,000. That is not the highest price. I got something higher. And they have been giving me a lot of visions for XRP that this one will do really well in the futures. So XRP, there's a term in this industry, people call them a banking coin. So basically, if right now I want to send you a wire transfer or an online payment, so let's do the wire transfer. I have to wait. Let's see, right now is Wednesday at 4 o'clock. For example, if I want to send you a wire transfer tomorrow, I have to wait until my bank will be open. If I do it in person, I have to wait until like 9 o'clock in the morning, go to the teller and fill out some paperwork and send you information. Then there's a waiting time, it's not immediate. If I send you the wire transfer via my bank, and if it after hours, you won't receive the money until next business day. So XRP is trying to change that. They're trying to say, hey, currently the banking system is old and outdated. If people need money, they should receive it within a few minutes. They don't have to wait for weekdays to receive the payments. So they already create a system on the blockchain, and they have about over 1,000 customer. Most of, I think all of them are bank, globally and domestically. There's a lot of big bank already signed up with them to be the customer and use the technology to send payments from one bank to the next bank. So XRP is known as a banking coin. They have huge backers. A lot of big money is behind them.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This makes more sense then. Thank you. They keep showing me the number 3 repeatedly. They tell me 30 days. 30 days close. And then they show me if you were to link your 3 fingers from one hand to the other. So like your index, middle, and ring fingers. So there's something about, I see this one, there's 3 main people involved in this one. So I don't mean necessarily 3 individuals. It's more like 3 corporations, 3 corporations. They need to come to some sort of agreement around this one. And I think that's where the issue is at the moment, that they have not made this agreement. They just keep showing me 30 days in a contract and the word negotiations.
So 30 days from today?
Tomorrow.
Okay, cool. So that will
Yeah.
November.
Mm-hmm.
The mid-November. So are they saying that by mid-November, the case will settle? Or what are they trying to say?
When you ask that question, what they show me is 2 people showing up at the table. They've signed the form. 1 person has not. So I think more of it will be figured out middle of November. Is it all finalized? No, because there's some sort of squeaky wheel. Something about a squeaky wheel. So no, I don't think it's all figured out by middle of November, but something they're going to get more traction. Like there will be more, whatever decisions or agreements or things have to be made, that will start happening, but it's not all going to be finalized and official yet by middle of November.
So whatever their description, their prediction is pretty accurate, because my other business partner, astrologer Jill Jordan, she also predicted the same thing. She said that there will be some kind of, for the lack of a better word, like settlements at the end of the year, but the case is not clear or finalized until next year. And my spiritual teacher said the same thing.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
So what your spirit guide just predicted is similar to what they said.
Yeah, I definitely, that's good. I definitely see February is better, and they keep showing me 3s over and over with XRP. So when I asked if they mean a month, it would be like March. But then again, they say 2023 to me. So I think XRP is kind of one of those hidden treasure kind of thing at the moment. It would not be one to get in and get out still within 2021, if that makes sense.
So then at the end of the month, November, sorry, at the end of the year, mid-November, there might be some good news, 2 people agree and 1 person does not agree.
Yeah.
Settlements.
Yeah.
Can your spirit guide see the price at like mid-November or at the end of the year for XRP?
I don't think this is, all they're giving me is the number 27.
Right now it's $1.11, 27.
Oh, so it could be like 270. That's a jump.
Yeah, it's a big jump.
If they just give me the number 27. They really didn't. So this was one where I literally wrote down price question mark, and then they had me write no price. And I'm like, okay then. So whoever this third party is, either they come back to the table or they come back to the table. Okay, thank you. But until they come back to the, like, there has to be something that has to occur before I can leap to any more with this, because it's all like they show me the blank screen again, or the black screen, I should say. So when they do that with me, it's like, and I'm sorry if it sounds like a cop out to anybody, it is not. It literally means that they cannot show me more because the third party has not made their choice yet. So until they make their choice, they can't show me even what an option for a price is, because that person still has to take their action before I can predict the next thing. So it's like this person hasn't decided yet on what they want to do. Even though I'm saying I know they're gonna come to the table and say no, I don't know if they're coming back right away or if it's going to take them some time. So this would be one that I would say with XRP in particular, like, we have to see things roll out for November, and then in December I could re-examine it.
Yeah, sure, that's be perfect.
Yeah.
A lot of people in this community, including YouTubers, they have really high hope for XRP. They expecting like $8, $15. Some people think that XRP could go to like between $5 and $8 at the end of the year. So right now you said 270, which is fine.
Yeah. They make me twitchy when you say those numbers. So when I get twitchy like that, it's more like a twitch and a wince. I'm sorry, I don't see it.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. The reason YouTuber predict those prices because they base the information on the chart and historical data, like the sales volume, the technical analysis. So which is perfectly fine. They just project based on the historical sales data and then like the technical information.
So actually, that's a good thing that you brought up. So I'm going to take that for a second to just kind of, I guess, remind everybody as well as myself that my guides, we do not typically do mathematical things. I don't look at these coins beforehand or after. I just take what visions I'm given and go forward with it. And that's what I share with people for, you know, your community to kind of decipher a bit, because they communicate with me a certain way, right? They're very kooky in how they communicate, and they do not see numbers the way we would. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I can appreciate where others are making their predictions based on more of a mathematical or statistics, right? That's not how I'm given my predictions.
But you have been accurate, so which is awesome.
Yeah, well, thank you. I think I'm saying it also for when people, if they try and do a personal reading with me, that there is going to have to be a little bit of give and take when it comes to the visions, because I don't give a mathematical answer for the most part, because that's just not how I'm spoken to.
Yeah, that's perfect. Fine. So I have like one very important question to ask about XRP. I got sky high price prediction for XRP, like to the moon already. They gave me really crazy description about XRP. But do you see in the future banks will use XRP ledgers and technology to transact financial transactions?
I do think it's possible. I do think some, like, they give me the word heavyweight. So some heavyweight people are going to be behind it. I see it being, yes, possible, but I don't think all banks. They're comparing it to like What are they doing here? It's like a boat ride, and only some people are getting in the boat, not everybody. These people are watching to see the first group go through, and then they'll make a decision if they want to join in or not.
Yeah, that sounds perfectly fine. Because right now there's a lot of projects in this industry, and this industry is like growing every single day. There's more projects, better technology coming out. So if some bank don't want to use XRP, maybe because the fee is too high or whatever, or the system doesn't jive with the current system, it's perfectly fine. If not every bank sign up with them, that's cool with me. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. It's either all the banks aren't going to join in immediately, or it's more like if a US bank joins in, they're only going to do it like it's going to stay fairly small and within like all they're giving me is like reaching range. So where it's going to get more difficult is really small banks in like small countries, or rural areas, or certain things, right? But I think that's more of a technology thing, not so much the best I can give you right now is not everybody's going to believe in it immediately. So there's going to be some people will buy into it and then watch and wait, and then more will buy in after the fact. But that's still a ways out.
Yeah, I think that's probably good. So let's talk about the next coin, SHIBA.
SHIBA, good old SHIBA.
So it has been doing outstanding for the past couple of days. You were right.
Yay! So SHIBA, what they gave me for today is January will be good. They consider it one of the big 4. And then as soon as I wrote that, they had me write best out of 3. And then they are literally showing me somebody rolling a dice, and they're trying to get the best out of 3. So what are they doing? Okay, it's definitely going to be one of your top contenders for 2020, 2021, 2022 for sure. I do see it. Okay, I understand with the best out of 3. It's going to swap its position a couple of times. It's like it's number 1, then it's number 2 for a week, then it's number 1, then it's number 2, number 1, number 2. So, but it's definitely going, like, even if it goes down, it will still be one of your top 4 contenders for the next, for 2021 and 2022. I can't talk. There you go.
That's good. So right now, SHIBA, the price is, I think 40. Let me pull them. Pretty low. Okay, 40,286. Do you see that SHIBA will go to like 40 and number 5 or 6 or 7?
Yes.
This year?
But that's the question. This year? Possibly. That's all they're giving me is possibly.
Do they know what month?
December. Really? Sorry, I'm like, they just keep, when you ask that, they drag me back to best out of 3, and then they have me go October, November, December.
So when
sorry, go ahead.
So when you say October, November, December, so I'm saying that Shiba will do well in October, November, December, or you?
No, sorry. Like, which month will it be better? October or November or December?
Mhm.
So best out of those 3 months, which month? And then they just keep saying December.
Okay.
Something about SHIBA between December 13th to the 15th. 14, 15. It's like you're on a winning streak. December 13th, 14th, and 15th.
Yay. That's a few days before Christmas.
Yeah. Okay. If you're okay with it, I'm gonna pause on SHIBA because this one, it's usually pretty good, what I've been getting with this one. But for whatever reason, the guides get a little huffy. So they'll give me some stuff, but it's like they get a bit tired. So I'm not sure how else to word this or explain this, but it's kind of like sometimes they only want to give me so much for one coin because they want to hop to something else, or they're kind of like, they'll treat it like if I ask them the same or similar questions too much, they get a little huffy.
Okay, good to know. Now I understand.
Yeah, sorry.
That's totally fine. That's totally fine.
Oh, okay, so we'll leave SHIBA here, and then that takes us to DGB.
Yes, DGB.
That's what I thought it was. So all they had me write down was big moves in 2021 and 2022. And they're literally comparing it to somebody, like boxes are being put into a moving van. I'm just trying to see if it's like if the person's moving themselves or it's a company van. Okay, it's a company van and I hear it moving on up. So somebody's moving from like, interesting how they're comparing this is somebody moving from like a suburban townhouse or home, like starter home. But they're moving on up to like a city apartment. So something more expensive.
Yeah, it's a big upgrade.
It's a big upgrade. It's just smaller space. So strange. Not everybody's getting in on this one. I don't know what they're doing here. So there's just, they keep showing me an elevator and not everybody's getting in on the elevator.
I think not everyone is getting on because DGB has been around for about 8 years and has been really slow in terms of like price movement. I think it went up to like maybe 18 cents this year, and then now it's back to like 4 cents, 5 cents. So the community, some people are being, people are getting impatient basically, and a lot sold the coin to get into some other coin. They will get back into it, but they just get impatient.
How many years has this one been in?
8 years.
Oh, good. Okay, so is 2021 the 8th year?
Yes.
Excellent. This was literally question number 8. So number 8, the 8th year is a very important year. So this year, there's something about this year. It will continue into next year, but anybody that's impatient with this one, it just hang out for a little longer. Just they're saying have another drink. Just hang out, chill out a little. They're being really funny about that. Sorry.
So right now it's October. We have like 2.5 months left for the year. So does your spirit guide have any like dates when DGB will perform really well?
They're just giving me December 8th.
Yay. That's not too far.
Yeah. So, okay. December 8th it is.
Right now it's like less than 5 cents. You see that go really high?
No, it will start to go up, like it'll start to climb.
Mm-hmm.
It's like December 8th is when they won't give me a number. It's more like that's where hope comes back. You'll start to see it keep going, right? And they have me waving my hand like keep going, keep going.
Yeah.
So it's more like it's just enough of an increase to get people interested again.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, that's positive news for me.
Good.
Yeah. All right. I think your dog just snore. Make me laugh.
Yeah, sorry. They're just
Yeah.
anywho.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about
So
Tether.
Tether.
Yes.
They only gave me one thing and they said next year plunge. Next year is a plunge. And then they show me somebody like diving into water,
Mm.
diving into the deep end.
Plunge, are we talking about like 60% market plunge, or are we talking about 90% market plunge?
I would lean towards more than 90%.
Oh my God. Can Spirit Guide provide some data, please?
No, they won't.
Okay, that's totally fine. We take what they give. Is there a reason why they don't provide the date? Sorry, I'm just trying to understand, because like some other coin they provide date, and is there
Yeah, no, totally fair. I'm asking if they'll give me something else. They just keep bringing, they keep saying next year, 10 days, next year, 10 days. So what the hell's today's date?
October 13th, Wednesday?
Okay, so then I would see it next year, October 23rd.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
They write on. What date? We'll write
Yeah.
We'll write it down.
That's if I'm interpreting it correctly. That's why I'm saying next year 10 days, like next year plus 10 days. That's why I was saying what the heck is today. But to answer your question, sometimes they'll give me a date, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they'll give me a date, but they won't tell me what it means. It's more it's important. So I think what it is sometimes they do this because like I'm an energy person, so I pick up on energies, and there's a lot that goes into trying to predict for this coin, but also I pick up on your energies, clearly my dogs at the same time, and everything around me, right? So it's hard to pinpoint, so sorry about that, specifics, especially with some coins. They'll just give me a date and then ask the person to keep an eye on the coin that day. Because there's a bit of give and take, right? When it comes to energy work. So I think my guides will shut things down if they feel that, I'm sorry to say it, but if there's an imbalance with an energy exchange in some way.
Yes.
If I don't know if that makes sense. I'm hoping I don't offend anybody by that, but I'm just trying to explain it the best I can.
Yeah, I think just knowing the date when Tether will cause the market to plunge is very, very helpful. October is the end of the year. Normally at the end of the year, the market drops a lot.
Yeah.
So we can definitely revisit Tether next year.
Yeah, what I would say is I'm quite sure it's next year that I'm talking about for October 23rd. But for anybody that wants to double check, feel free for this year. Check around October 23rd.
That's
But
like,
I don't think the plunge is till next year.
yeah. This year
So.
early. So
Yeah.
Next time I probably can ask you a bit more about Tether. Let's move on to Binance.
Yep. So, okay. Here's what I got for Binance, and maybe you can help me out a little bit. I got Binance, yes, will be investigated. And then they had me write clear out. I just want to make sure this is the one that they, yeah, it's, they compared it to people having to, like there's people coming into an office and people are clearing out their desks. They're trying to get everything they can into a cardboard box before they're, and yeah, basically they're trying to get out of the office before this new group of people comes in.
What do you mean by new group of people coming in?
They just, I hear marching and they're showing me men's in suits, black suits, and somebody trying to clear out their desk so that they can leave before they're stopped by these men, which would be almost like security, and having these men look through their box of belongings, trying to claim that they can't go home with it.
So the employee are packing stuff home, like confidential stuff home?
Yeah. Some confidential stuff, some personal stuff. They show like a file at the bottom of the box and then what would be a family picture on top. So I don't know what's happening with that one, but that is what they're giving me. And they just keep saying clear out. Yeah, they're comparing this literally to the movie Matrix or The Matrix, where it's like you have some of these people in black suits going down the middle aisle and then others are fanning out to the sides. So they're trying very hard to get to one employee. Like they're checking everybody else on the way, but it's this one particular employee that they're trying to find.
So do you spirit guy have some date so the community can prepare for the showdown?
Are they being investigated right now?
There's a rumor. No, actually they are. So I think the New Jersey. Is it New Jersey? I think New Jersey and a few other states prevented them from operating in their state because so Binance has two divisions. One is international office. We call them Binance International. And then they have the US divisions where I think they need a license to operate in each of the states. So if I recall correctly, New Jersey and a few other states revoked a license or didn't give them a license to operate in those states.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Binance has been, there's rumor that they've been investigated, and there's a lot of rumor that they manipulate the market, helping. There's a rumor that they collaborate with Tether to manipulate the market. A lot of, and some money laundering or some.
Yeah. So the reason why I asked, Yep, yeah, they are being investigated now. They're not concerned about the international. They're like, whatever, international waters, we don't care. The American, the US side is the clear out, the big sweep. So yeah, this is going to be ongoing into November.
November this year?
Yeah.
So then when will the government, the US government will come into the US office to, I don't know, to collect paperwork or to gather information? or evidence?
I'm being blocked on this one. They're showing me the word end. I'm really, really sorry. I don't know. My guides are protecting me at this point. Because
Okay.
then when I say it, they show me the word yes. So whatever is occurring has to occur. But they don't want me taking into it.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Sorry. So if you're okay with it, I'll kind of go through. I had a couple that popped out for me when I had looked at the list. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of go through. I think there's about 4 of
Okay.
them.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so one of the questions I saw was about Floki,
Yes.
FLOKI,
Yes. What number is that?
and um it will not outperform SHIBA.
Yay!
Okay, so that's that question.
You know why?
Um,
Because in my group is
yeah,
like hardcore Shiba fan, okay? And
yeah,
Fluffy want to outperform Shiba and out
no,
no so Flocky has been no Flocky was launched in July and then out nowhere Elon Musk said that oh my Shiba I will name my Shiba puppy Flocky and then
mm,
and then Elon Musk's brother, Kimball, I think that's his name, said,
mhm,
oh, so then Elon Musk's brother partnered with Floki for some kind of charity work. And Floki has been everywhere. It's going bonkers, the price going through the roof. It's so
no,
fast. Everyone said, oh, Floki will outperform, would outpace, would is the next Shiba and blah, blah, blah.
no, no. I'm sorry. They
Hey.
say Floki has a one-time fluke. Thank you for explaining that. They're comparing it to like high-end makeup and face creams compared to, I'm serious, to drugstore face
Oh
creams
my God.
where the the um the drugstore stuff sells well because of all the marketing that goes in, but it doesn't mean it's actually better. It's just it has more marketing around it. But Shiba is the higher end one. It doesn't need the marketing. I hear the marketing scheme. I'm sorry. They don't need it. Like Shiba's strong enough to stand on its own. It doesn't need to do anything other than what it's currently doing. So yeah,
How
sorry.
adorable. I love it.
Yeah, so random. The other one had to do with Dent, and I got Dent will be profitable. It's a good project, and they had me draw a smiley face and write smiles, but then they said something about on candid camera.
Hmm.
So it's like something about Dent, this project, like there's eyes on it. People know there's eyes on it. Um, it, it's not as serious, I guess. It's a little bit more flexible for some reason, but that's what they gave me on Dent. The other two, okay. Okay, so um, okay, hold up. So it had to do with Solana
Excellent.
and persistence.
Yay. Yes.
Um, they said with that one, they're neck and neck or will be neck and neck.
Yay.
With persistence, they said there will be a drop, like a mic drop, and you think it's over, but it's not. And they're like, but wait, there's more. And they literally compared it to Eminem and the movie, I think it's 8 Mile, where he's trying to perform on stage and he's not able to, but then he comes back and he like outshines the other performer. So I do see persistence doing quite well. The last one that they had me look at was, is it Axie Infinity?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All they gave me was too much anxiety and bow out. So
Okay, Axie Infinity is a gaming coin out nowhere from whatever price it's shot up to $70. Right now it's over $100 and it has been outperforming a lot of coin.
Mm.
It basically caught, right now it's like $120. It caught people off guard, people who have not been paying attention to the gaming industry. So this one, I mean, it's just like go from 0 to 70, and now it's like $120. I'm like, whoo.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That makes sense though. Why there would be a bunch of anxiety around that one.
Yeah. Gamer.
Oh, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's all that I had noted for, but I don't know if you want to talk about Bitcoin Black for just a couple minutes.
Yes. That'd
Okay.
be awesome.
Hang on, I'm just trying to make sure my phone has enough charge here. So with Bitcoin Black, they wanted me to ask if something had happened with this one at the end of August this year.
Let me look at Twitter. You can keep on talking. Let me look at Twitter.
Sure. So there's something about, like, they agree. There's arguments going on in the background, conspiracy theorists around this. I don't know what they're talking about, but specifically August was important. And I'm just trying to understand, like, if August was good, then that takes me to one track. If August was bad, ooh, something about being in the black, coming back to the black. They're showing it like a bank account where it's better to be in the black than the red, except I'm currently sitting in the red. So Bitcoin Black might not be doing that great right now, is the impression that I'm getting. It's kind of in the negative, or like it's been going down, or there's fears of it going down. Something about being in the red, in the negative.
Give you a little background. So Bitcoin Black has been around, I think, since 2019 or 2018. I forgot when they launched projects. So when they launched the project, they said, hey, if you sign up, just put your email address on our website. We will promise you we'll give you some coin, like roughly 3,000 coin-ish. When after we have collect about 1 million email address. So that was 2019, and right now 2021. So 2 years later, we still they haven't distributed the free coin, and they haven't launched the the projects. They also sell some of the coin to the public, to us, and my group said, oh yeah, they probably have already sold about $1 million worth of coins, and why the developers are so slow in launching the projects. The developer haven't been communicating with the Telegram leadership team for 7 months. So they sort of like MIA. So there's a lot of speculation that this project is a scam, which I do not see it as a scam, but so there's a lot of drama going on about them. Is the developer still working on it, or?
Okay, so again, I give you what I get. So if there's a question if this is a scam, no, it's not an intentional scam. I do see, because they keep showing me the word choose. I think the developers are trying to choose whether or not, like, how committed they are in going forward, because there's other personal stuff going on. So that's why I'm saying it's not like an intentional scam. It's not meant to be a scam. It's not, they don't show me as somebody who's trying to hide things on purpose to, steal money from people, if you will. It's more, they're still in the process of choosing how to move forward, how motivated they are, how committed they are, because they have other things going on. Like, they're comparing it to somebody who's, has to rearrange their family priorities. And that's what's taking up space for them at the moment. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Then how come they're not communicating that information to their?
It's too personal.
Okay, see. So do you see that Bitcoin Black will eventually launch?
This person hasn't decided yet. I see it more likely that yes, because I keep seeing things going from red to black. So it also, it could be like, because now I'm hearing like red tape. So there might be something, you know, if they're having to sign documents or anything, they have to wait for something to come through. So that could be part of what's happening. It's almost like they don't want to bother people with all their their stuff, so they're not saying anything. I think the intention is still there to move forward. I just think that it's kind of on hold at the moment. That's the energy that I'm getting.
Yeah, that's my impression as well. Beginning of this year, I got a bunch of price prediction that, you know, will go to 3 cents and some, I don't know, under $1. And then they show me the globe rotating in the galaxy or the universe, because I saw that in my dreams. So I saw like the globe rotating in the background with the galaxy, the universe, and then
Nice.
they show me the word BCB, which is become black, and then it's like become black sliding into the middle of the globe. It's like grand entrance, like it's sliding in, like I'm like launching. I am, yeah, launching the project to the world. That was my interpretations. And then maybe 2 months ago, I got a dream where they show me that one of my member posts a document, like an announcement from Bitcoin Black projects, but my spirit guide didn't provide me what kind of announcement that is, or will be a positive or negative announcement. All I saw was that Bitcoin Black will make some kind of announcement, and that was my latest visions for Bitcoin Black.
Mm-hmm. Okay, they keep talking about it with, they're comparing it to Cinderella's glass slipper. Then they show somebody who's trying to ice skate and is falling. So uneven footing. And when you talked about an announcement, they showed somebody coming up to a podium. They say whatever they say. I hear the crowd going, oh, and then this person turns away. And they compare it to a rock star that says that they've decided to retire, but within like a month, 2 months, they come back out of retirement.
Yay!
So yeah, it's and then I just hear burnt out, like whatever's happening with this project and whoever's leading it, there's something personal, I think, going on for that person, those people, and it's like they need to take a break and then they can come back at it.
That's very positive. I intuitively feel that Bitcoin Black eventually will launch. I don't know how long it takes. And my members, he has a friend and she's a psychic. He asked her about Bitcoin Black because there's a lot of drama going on. So she said, oh, you know, Bitcoin Black eventually will launch, but she see next summer, June, July, next summer.
Yeah, that seems fair. I think this has to do with when this person feels ready to come forward with anything, how long they decide to quote unquote go into retirement, and then how long it would take them coming out of retirement and getting things running. But it's like there's a pause, but once they come back forward, things will speed up pretty quick. So I think that's fair. That seems fair. July of next year.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, all the community is getting impatient because, you know, they're supposed to provide people free token in March. Right now is October, 7 months later, nothing. And the developer have been silenced, not communicating, not responding. So people getting anxious.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. I can see why that would happen. Yeah, I'm asking the guides. They keep having me shake my head. They're like, no, it's just that they keep showing me the same image over and over. Just somebody's tired, needing a break, personal issues. They're just not going to come forward with all that because they're not going to, you know, air out their own dirty laundry that doesn't really have anything to do with the project.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then thank you so much for this valuable information. I enjoyed talking to you and my group, and
Mm-hmm.
my YouTube community will love the information. I think this a lot of awesome information, detailed predictions that we are looking for.
Perfect. Well, thank you for having me on again. Always entertaining.
Yeah, thank you for coming by again. I know it takes a lot of energy to channel coin prediction and things like that. So I really appreciate that you coming back. So I see you next time.
Yes, sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye then.